as far as the law is concerned, the procedure of impeaching the speaker, the procedure of impeaching the governor, the procedure of impeaching also the president or the vice president and the deputy governor, it is all the same. And unless the primary point of any impeachment is embedded in section 36 of section 5, fair hearing. Fair hearing.
So I believe the parties now haven't been given that opportunity for fair hearing.
In fact, the one that gave Governor Otom a notice of impeachment has even been giving him a fair hearing. The only snag there is that they don't form a quorum, which is still illegal. But those 22 that claim to have formed a quorum, number one, the House was on recess. And if there's going to be any reason why the House has to be reconvened, it has to come from the same speaker, not from the background, not from no other person. It is the speaker that will inform every member of the House that for this reason, we want to reconvene. They were able to reconvene at the government house, and they used the bail without no information to the speaker as to the offences he committed. And yet, you heard that he was impeached because you heard the number to be 22. It is legal to you. You are calling him former speaker. 2, the fact remains that the Autumn that was giving a notice of impeachment, the people that gave him a notice of impeachment does not have what we call the quorum. But the snag is very simple. Where you allow illegality to be the foundation, there is no other thing that will build on it than illegality. It's more or less like a payback. That if you can do that to our speaker, okay, we too, we can also, do that which we attract. They just want to attract, the ears and the mouth of the populace. They just want people to know that something is happening in Benue. Because all you journalists have been reporting is that police have bombarded the house, police have stopped lawmakers from entering, police have done this,
right,
police have done that. Yes, police have the right to prevent breakdowns of laws and all that.
Sometimes I really get short of words when you look at these persons speaking from both sides of their mouths. It's really a worrisome situation. Looking at the political scenario around the country, you see these persons, you see self-centered people, you see people who are just determined to hold on to power and enrich themselves and their immediate families. I just hope that Governor Tom is not going to give room for people to begin to think that it was not fair or has never been fair in handling of the crisis that has bedeviled Benue State in the recent times. I remember there was a crisis in that state that also took souls, where the man claimed that he called from help from Abuja. And he also claimed that those who attacked the state then gave a pre-notice. And some of us then, those who have always been like that lonely voice from the wilderness that would either know or nobody will hear. Well, if there was a notice, what did you do to avert the situation? If as a governor, as the chief security officer of the state, you are telling the entire world that those who attacked your state gave a notice that they were coming, what did you do about it to avert the situation? Nothing. And eventually now, you felt that it would be more convenient for you to move away from one party to the other, which is not an offense. After all, the Constitution has guaranteed you that freedom of association. But there should be decency in the whole of these things. Here is a man accusing the speaker of not saying certain things at a particular time. But I can tell you, a few days ago, what Otom is saying now, he could not have said. And in the whole of these scenarios, what is the interest of an average Benue man? in the whole of this scenario? What is the interest of that civil servant who has not got salaries for months? What if in the interest of that community that has been expecting that a bridge will be constructed in their community if they voted a term, and they did so since how many years now? That bridge has not been constructed. Just like this man here, my colleague, has said, the crisis in Benue State has not reduced their monthly allocation by 1% or by 0.1%. The allocation keeps coming. And unfortunately, we must understand that once you start with illegality, like he has said, you have no other option than to begin to build on illegality. No governor, I understand governors are very strong in Nigeria. There's no doubt about it in the Nigerian politics as at today.
They are emperor.
But you must understand that the entire state House of Assembly cannot move with you. And if there is any perceived attempt to deal with those who are not moving with you, then you must expect a counter reaction. People must react because they are human. They have ambition. There are those who want to become governors too. The same way I believe Otom also has aspirations. He wants to become president. He wants to become something else after his tenure.
The court has said it many times. He has said it again and again. Pronouncement from court, higher court, appeal court, that you cannot suspend any elected members like you, that you don't possess the power. That should sink down to the Benue State House of Assembly members, the so-called speaker, the impeached speaker, quote and unquote, and even the governor himself. You cannot suspend anybody. It is right law that the people that put them there are their constituency. That is why the law put the core in our constitution. That cannot happen. You cannot suspend. So they themselves should not ever sit on illegality. The 22 so-called members that impeach and suspend the rest of 8. So also is the 8 that suspended the 22. They should not sit on illegality. They cannot stop their colleagues from entering the chamber because their actions is illegality ab initio.